didn't delete my logo looper, because now I'm going to have to fucking touch this every few seconds. That's what she said. All right. What? I don't know.
No. Mine's just funny because my boss makes so many that's what she said jokes. Like,
Really?
oh yeah.
Steve Carell.
He has never seen The Office.
Jesus.
He's never seen The Office, and I was like, dude, the fact that you think this is funny, you would love The Office.
I love it when they tell him he can't do any that's what she said jokes, and then Jim is like doing a bunch of innuendos, and he goes, that's what she said. Like he can't hold it in anymore.
Yeah, no, or the one scene with, well, what exactly did he say? Oh, okay. Stapler and jelly.
Oh yeah.
Dwight tattles. He's like, come on, blah, blah, blah.
Mm.
And he said something like custardy. He said custardy because he's like in reference to Jello. And Michael, as he's reprimanding, goes, good one, Jim. And then he goes, but I mean, he like tries to double back, but he's like,
Mr. Buttlicker.
Yeah.
My favorite Jim prank of all fucking time. I thought it was the funniest shit before I even saw The Office, because I held off on it, watching it a long time. Is the fucking nickels in the phone prank, where every day he adds a few nickels to add weight to the phone.
Oh yeah.
And then so he pulls them all out and he just smacks himself in the face.
Yeah, because
that's just so genius.
The funnier the funnier the prank is, the more of a sick fuck Jim is. Like, that's what is so good about it. The one with the magic beans was so good. You ever seen that one?
Yeah, I've seen every episode a million times. But what do they do with the magic beans?
So they're at a trade show. Dwight is basically trading up, and he keeps laying out these beads and pretending like they're just fine. And then at the very end, he walks over with, like, he is like watering the beans.
Yeah.
And Jim walks around the corner with a row of huge, like, grown beanstalks. Like, they're massive. He's jumping, clicks his heels together to kind of be like, oh, I'm like a giant or whatever. Okay. Yeah. Takes him and then just throws away the rest of Dwight's plants that he just made. So then he walks back. He's like, "What? How had this happen?" Oh.
Okay. Anyway, nice little Office intro. This is gonna be a new segment, possibly, of the Magnolia House, possibly a sister podcast, about two jacked dudes getting even more jacked. We're already super buff and in shape, but we want to get more in shape.
Yeah, I like to call myself the buff Holocaust survivor. No, literally. It looks like I've never ate, but I thought I had the six-pack abs, and it's kind of like, what's going on there?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like Jesus Christ.
Yeah, kind of like that. Like a ripped but still malnourished guy.
Yeah. I don't know what it was on
Not even ripped, but
they're like, it was Jesus, and the guy was like, I just want to know his ab routine.
Yeah.
But
I feel like that's Family Guy. Something about that just screams Family Guy. I can see that shit so good.
But I want to talk about. So I feel like there's a list of things that if you were just hyper disciplined and you did all those things religiously every day until they became part of your life, you would just overall be a better person and feel so much better. And it's like, in this order, it's probably sleep, because that just affects every single thing in your life. Diet, exercise, intellectual stimulation. Like, so sleep, like hyper regular sleep schedule. Like, you don't necessarily need to go to bed at the exact same time, but you need to wake up at the exact same time. And then as for diet, most of your physical fitness, like 70% of it is diet related. If you're eating like shit and working out all the time, you're not going to see as great of results as if you were eating amazing and working out all the time. And then, I don't know if I said exercise. So it goes sleep, diet, exercise, intellectual stimulation. Interchangeably, the last two. And then I think I should be watching a lot less TV and reading a lot more, which I've been trying to do a lot lately.
Yeah, because like obviously like TV series are good. Like when Stranger Things comes out, I'm watching that shit. But at the same time,
you gotta watch it.
Yeah, like when I'm done reading, it just feels so much more beneficial.
Yeah.
Like I've been a person who reads. It's not like
yeah.
I haven't been a person who reads.
Yeah.
I just haven't done it the last couple of years.
Yeah.
Like even in high school, I'd still read all the time.
I probably stopped at high school. once I got to I stopped so many good habits when I got to high school because there's just fucking. I went from 10 kids in my whole class to fucking a zillion.
Yeah.
And then also my parents split up and all this stuff. I was basically on my own. So you go from hyper strict household with 10 kids in your class to no rules at all, and you now have this like
anger as well.
Yeah,
you're just angry. You're mad.
But you have like an unlimited social hub. Like that's what school is. Like you're just meeting a shit ton of people all the time, even outside of your own school. So you're not forming any.
It's so
great habits
it's such
if
a
you're
good
on your
time.
own.
Like I really, in some ways, I think I should have did. I should think I could have been way more socially involved in high school than I was.
Yeah.
But then in other ways, I'm like,
I was too socially involved. Like I was just bouncing from friend group to friend group, trying to meet everybody, trying to be friends with everybody, and like just
never made like deep friends.
I mean, I have like a circle of deep friends. There's like maybe like 5 or 6 of them that I still Will is in that group. My best friend John, Heather, and a few others sprinkled out here and there. And I think that's healthy. I don't think you should have
You don't need to have a ton of close friends.
But I had just a shit ton of like loose friends that I partied with and sometimes hung out with. You know?
That's
but
something normal.
it was a huge distraction though. Like I did not, and I want to get back on track to the whole crux of the episode. But like, I did not give a shit about school in the slightest. I stopped caring. I was a straight A student, and I went to Catholic school. I mean, I know junior high and grade school, it's nothing crazy, but I was all A's my whole life. And then I got to high school. It's like, I don't care about anything when it comes to school.
Why? Like, what made you? Was it kind of just like?
There's a couple reasons.
In a lot of ways, I did the same thing. So
Yeah.
I'm just curious why you did it. I did the same thing.
There's a couple reasons. A, this is gonna sound so ignorant. What?
I think deep down for me, I was trying to do it to get my parents' attention. I think that's why I did it.
Rebelling against working hard in school or working hard in school?
Not working hard in school.
Really?
That's why I did it.
Really?
Like, I didn't know it when I was doing it.
Yeah.
But when I look back on it, I'm like, you'd like were feeling like you were getting neglected. And maybe you were.
Yeah.
Maybe you were. And so you just started to become a piece of shit almost to be like, hey, you know what I mean? Like,
No,
not even for me, it was like, not even because I felt like that was like really where I wanted to go with things. It was almost like I don't know.
For me, I went from hyper strict household to literally no parental figures in my life, and I'm on my own and I can do whatever the fuck I want. But also a big point is that's one factor. The other factor is I think high school has fuck all to offer. I think if you're going to a trade school, go to a trade school instead of high school.
I completely disagree. I think high school had a ton to offer for me. Like, I still am so glad for some of the things I learned in high school because...
About what?
Like the government, like history,
Okay,
English,
yeah.
literature, mathematics. I couldn't do math. I mean, like, obviously, there's... Once you get to, like, a certain point in advanced math, it's unnecessary, even though it is helpful to still push your mind in those ways.
Yeah.
And by the way, I think it's most of the time, high school isn't beneficial because people don't push themselves. But if you apply yourself, there is literally an unlimited amount of knowledge. Yeah. So what you're going to learn is what you apply yourself to. Yeah. Now, I wouldn't like be the person who's freaking out about homework or grades or anything. But like when I took like AP classes, I would take hard classes. Yeah. And in those classes, like I learned so much, even though I'd still half-ass them. Because like there's certain times you just can't half-ass something. It's like... Yeah. You have to write an essay. You still have to fucking write an essay. Yeah. You can't. Yeah. Once you're going, it's like, well, I might as well make it decent. You know?
I think in this moment you did, just in what little you just said, I think you persuaded me a bit. And I think there's a section of the population that high school could be really beneficial
It's unnecessary shit. I get what you're saying.
There's a lot of fluff.
There's a lot of fluff.
So much fluff, yes. And I think...
I always say 5 minutes off every period, easy, no questions asked would be so... Yes.
Just 5 minutes?
Maybe 10. Maybe 15.
No, bro, you shouldn't be in school for 6 fucking hours a day and then go home and do 3 to 4 hours of fucking homework.
But part of the reason...
That's your whole day. That's your whole waking day.
Part of the reason it's that way is because... Guess where parents are?
Yeah.
They're working.
I don't fucking care.
I get it, but it's like you can't just have
restructure the system, man.
No, but they should have a system that can do something with all these children or kids or high schoolers or whatever that's actually beneficial with everyone's time, with their time. Because the thing is, if you have a bunch of people who are just hanging around, bunch of young kids hanging around, what happens then?
They're just up to no
Idle
good.
hands are going to turn. And it's the same with me, of course. Like, it's the same thing. But I'm just saying that's the way it goes. So you obviously want to have them primarily in school, but they just need to find ways to make the time more beneficial, make the teaching quality better, make the subject matter more dense. Like, there's so many studies where they would take an AP teacher and they would just like or they would have times where they'd like randomize who goes into like an AP class or something like that. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, people who don't even think they could belong in an AP class, if it's asked of them, they will succeed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyone says like, oh, I'm too stupid to take. No, you could take AP English and you could write a fucking killer paper and make people cry. Like, you don't know.
You know, maybe I'm making excuses for myself as to why I didn't do well in high school. That could also be very much it. But I also do think
there's a lot of bullshit. You're
I
not
think there's
wrong.
a lot of fluff, a lot of bullshit, and I knew what I wanted to do with my career in my life since I was like 10 years old. And I'm now just doing like, I'm fucking 28. I'm 10 years out of high school. I'm just now doing the most bare bones, baby step bullshit version of what I really want to do in life. And I'm just now getting to that point. Because all the years of wasted in high school, which is 4 years, and then the years after that, the mental turmoil of people like, if you don't go to college, you're a loser. If you don't do this, you're a failure. All this shit making me question myself. When if people had just said, no, it's fucking 2012, and you know, it's a lot better now in 2022 for avenues of succeeding in this realm. But you can make it doing your passion if you really go for it. I had everybody in my life telling me the opposite. Like, just fucking suck it up and go to college, you baby. Like, it's the right thing to do. It'll get you a career, all this shit. And we talked about this a while ago with my friend who's got a $30,000 school debt that is fucking following him everywhere, and the degree is useless. And so it's like,
obviously, that is like a niche scenario, but
it is not.
Okay,
there's so many people with useless degrees and hundreds of thousands of dollars.
That is true. Okay, it's not a niche scenario, but I'm saying to say that going to college in general is a bad business investment isn't true. Because
it is today. It is today because it's so hyperinflated in the price.
It can be. No, there's definitely a lot of
less bang for your buck than you did.
There's a lot of situations. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So much.
I'll give you that. Yeah. But it doesn't mean it's not beneficial still in certain situations. College is good. It's just not for everyone, and that's okay. That's where we meet in the middle.
$300,000 to become a doctor. Do we want good doctors?
Actually, I think it should be. Well,
no, I think you should have the option to go to an amazing school for $300,000. No, but the fucking
but there should be some like, you gotta have stake in the fucking game.
Yeah.
I don't mind like obviously $300,000 is
too
too much, but the thing is, once you're out, you can make it. That's why.
And have it paid off in 15 to 20 years?
No,
fuck that.
Not if you're a fucking like doctor. That's my point. $300,000, shit. I mean, let's say you're out, you're making like now like $200,000, right? Let's say $200,000.
Yeah.
I mean, come on now.
Yeah, you'll have it paid off in 10 years.
That's fine.
That's a long fucking time.
Yeah, it is, but
to follow somebody.
But it's worth it. Like, it's worth it for them financially to do that versus not make $300,000 a year and make $100,000.
To be $100,000 in debt, or no, to be $300,000 in debt by the time you're 26.
No, but
that's insane.
But debt isn't always inherently bad. Like, when you get your house, you're going to be in debt. When you make your first business investment, you're going to be in debt. Debt isn't bad. In fact, if a company doesn't have any debt, it's like, what are you doing? And you should think about it that way. Like, it's a cost benefit analysis. It's what is the cost? What's the benefit? Sometimes the cost doesn't outweigh the benefit, and it just changes in every situation with college.
I think in today's
it's flawed.
It needs
much
more of a gamble than it needs to be.
Yes.
Like way too much of a gamble.
It's definitely, there's a lot of where it's like, you're just trying to make money. This isn't actually a good decision for this person.
Yes. Anyway, that was a long tangent. But you did, what was that whole phrase? Nobody ever changes their mind on the spot. Like, nobody's ever convinced anybody to change their mind. You have convinced me a bit. I do think
what you get out of high school is what you're going to apply to it. You know what I mean? If you're literally taking the hardest fucking classes that are college level classes and you're working your ass off every day, like you.
But I'm more.
I'm just saying.
I more regret not trying hard in high school for the knowledge that I could have acquired that I didn't, versus it improving my ability to get a good degree.
Yeah.
I more regret
Fair.
all the shit, all the fucking
Yeah.
classic literature.
Yeah,
I didn't read
that's
and
me.
all that
I don't
shit.
give a fuck how it could determine my outcome, whatever, what school I
Yeah,
go to, any of
yeah.
that bullshit. I've never been. That's not.
But I would like to know
for me,
more about
it's like
government
the
and
cheating
politics
myself and just being like, you're there, you're totally capable of getting straight A's.
Yeah.
Like I consider myself a somewhat intelligent person. I'm definitely capable of getting good grades, but I just didn't put in like that last bit.
Yeah.
I would get up to the point where it's like, I'm good, I'm safe, like I'm not gonna fail this class,
Yeah.
and I coast. And that's like
The only reason I graduated high school is because of one teacher. And he's like, I don't want to see you again next year. If you graduating relies on you passing this final.
Wait, did you fail your senior year?
No, I almost did.
Okay.
I could not fail chemistry or something like that. It was one class.
Some like probably your
and,
science. Yeah.
And he was like, I don't want to see you back here next year. You don't want to be here back next year, or whatever it was. And he was like, I'm just going to pass you. Just try not to fuck up super hard on your final and you'll be fine. And I was like, yes. But I think I did have to take summer school for math even after I graduated, which is ridiculous. I had summer school every year for math because I just fucked off.
Yeah. Well, it was weird because like it's fun being the person who's like chilling when you're around all those AP kids though. That is like it is so fun. Like there's just something about it because your anxiety level, like obviously you still get anxiety in the same way and you still do care about your grades. Yeah. And it's not like getting good grades ever feels good. It always stings no matter who you are. I don't
One
care.
or two.
So I'll just have one. It always stings a little, no matter who you are. Or even if you don't care, like you still care a little bit if you get bad grades. It still always sucks.
What was it?
One of my literally my best friend in high school, the person I was talking to when we got here.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, the person I was talking to when we got here, she was the salutatorian in my class, and we were like best friends.
The salutatorian? Is that what you said?
Salutatorian,
she was the
which means she's
salutatorian.
second in the class.
She was a salute.
Oh god. Okay.
She
Salutatorian.
graduated giving head of her class. Okay, that was a shitty one. That one didn't work.
No, she wasn't even number one. She wasn't even number one.
Salute.
God, if she ever watches this, fucking take that L. Lydia King's my goat.
Don't say her name. It wouldn't have mattered.
Lydia King isn't even the person who won.
Okay.
No,
I
that's
thought
the
you
valedictorian. Better than you, by the way.
Okay. What? What do you mean?
No, her. Better than her. Not you.
Kobe. Anyway, let's switch it up. Bro, I have been trying to get in shape my fucking entire life. Actually, before we switch topics, there was one point I wanted to make.
You're about to, just so we're clear.
Yeah.
No, it's happening.
Yeah.
No, it's gonna happen.
I can't remember fucking what movie or show it was, but it was this guy talking about. I might have said this on a different podcast. He was just fucking around all the time and having a good time and not really giving a shit about trying hard at anything. You texting during this podcast?
Sorry, I'm really sorry.
How dare you?
I'm really sorry.
That is an 07 Honda.
My phone is literally at 1%, so I'm just gonna turn it off.
You texting that salute?
Actually, yeah. That's what it was.
He was saying essentially like he was fucking around in high school with all of his friends, and they were all fucking around all the time. And then it came time for, grades and shit, and he was failing everything. And he just assumed all his friends were failing too. And he talked to them, and they're like, no, dude, I take care of all my shit. I don't know. I do my homework, and then I go fuck around with you afterwards. And he's like, I thought we were all just shirking everything. Like, I thought we were all just fucking around. And like, no, dude, we're taking care of our shit.
Yeah.
And he's like, and now I'm in the fucking shit spot. You know? That's kind of how I was all throughout high school. Like, all my friends were all like fucking having fun, but I didn't realize they were handling their shit on the side.
Yeah.
So kind of a bullshit position to be in.
Yeah. Like, I definitely could have.
Put yourself in. Yeah.
I definitely could have handled my shit. In high school? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I could have.
Yeah.
100%. So, I just didn't.
But anyway, so another quote I saw online, which was like, I spent my whole life thinking I was fat, and then I actually got fat and realized I was fine that whole time. It's like a whole body dysmorphia thing. But through all the fucking my young adult life, like from 14 to like 23, I was like, I'm so overweight. And then I gained 50 pounds, and I'm like, now I'm actually overweight, and I actually looked good back then. So I don't know what the fuck I was talking about. But anyway, I've tried and failed to get in shape easily 20 times. And at the end of the day, it just comes down to discipline and hard work and actually showing up.
It's just you against yourself. Like, there's no one watching.
Yeah.
No one holding you accountable, just you. So it's just like, I don't know, literally I tell myself that like every fucking day now. Like literally, I don't know what is going on with me. I've just been literally not motivated all my life, and finally I've just said, I'm fucking done. I'm just going. Like, I don't even know what I'm going to, but I'm gonna put my mind to a point where when I need to go, I can.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna do.
That was a Kanye video I saw today, right before you got here. He was like, you need to, when an opportunity presents itself, you need to grab that shit and run with it. And then if an opportunity doesn't present itself, you need to be studying and working hard so that when it does, you're ready. I was like, God damn it, yay.
Yeah, because then you're always present. Like, you're always trying. You're always going. You're never just coasting.
What's that? Success is opportunity meets preparedness or something like that. I butchered it. But yeah.
Opportunity times preparedness.
Yeah.
Because however more prepared you are.
Yeah. Are we really going to be doing gym 5 days a week?
I don't know.
Can you do it?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm sort of at the point now where literally I don't want to do necessarily gym 5 days a week, but I want to do something 7 days a week.
Yeah.
Something. Like, even if it's just like literally go out, run a fucking mile.
Well, I like the idea. What if we did gym 3 days a week, kettlebell at the fucking park or something, the other two? I prefer to do cardio on my own because I'm always hyper self-conscious of the other person's pace. Am I going too fast or not fast enough for them?
Well, no, you don't do cardio like that. We both just get on a treadmill and do it at the gym.
I don't do treadmills.
Why?
I fucking hate treadmills. I just like to run outside.
I kind of like treadmills because
I'm too aware of the
put on headphones and you're just chilling.
I guess so.
I'm
open to whatever.
I mean, that's just what I do. I would like if when we go to the gym tomorrow, I'm probably gonna run first thing.
Bro.
2 miles.
Bro.
And it's not. Listen, it's literally. I don't fucking want to do it, Tony.
Yeah.
You think I want to?
If I do cardio at a gym, I do elliptical.
My legs are killing me. It's not gonna be fun. I did leg day yesterday and then ran twice as long. Like, no, it's not gonna be. I don't want to do it. I'm literally doing it because I don't fucking want to do it.
Yeah.
Okay, like it's not. Yeah, I don't.
I'll do an elliptical.
Like for me, I just want to do a little bit of running every single day because I know I'm totally capable of it. Like, I'm in cardiovascular shape where I can push myself to where, dude, I don't even know how much. The fact that I just ran 4 miles today and I'm like fine is crazy to me because I legitimately, when I started running today, I thought, I don't know if I'm capable of going 4.
Yeah.
And then I did it. I'm like,
yeah.
I feel fucking
It's
great.
beautiful,
and then
right?
I worked out for like another hour. I would fucking ham on my back. And I was just like, man, it's such a small thing. Like, I'm literally nothing. I'm still just like getting going on this, but it just fucking, it felt so
Check
good,
back
dude.
with us in 2 months, 3 months.
Yeah.
Cameron Haynes said something to the effect of lifting is like to see progress and get jacked, and long form cardio is mental. Like it tests your mental discipline. Because that's true. Like that dude runs 200 miles at a time.
Yeah, that's definitely true. But at the same time,
but when you're on mile 6 and you got 1 more to go, and you're like, I'm fucking gassed. It's like all about that mental shit.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. But at the same time, it's like if you don't have that same mental when it comes to lifting, like you're never truly gonna get gains. Like, you're just gonna. Yeah. You still have to fucking rip yourself.
Yeah, but it's like sprinting versus cross country. It's like lifting. It's short bursts of like
that's
getting after it. Long form cardio.
Unless you're Goggins and you literally just do a couple thousand pull-ups, and it's like, well.
Cameron Haynes' son beat his record. Isn't that crazy?
Cameron Haynes' son beat David Goggins' record.
Yeah. Goggins set the world record, and then Cam Haynes' son was like, I'll go for it, and he beat him.
What a sick fuck, dude.
Yeah.
It takes like 20 hours to do it.
Oh, yeah.
They literally, so what they do is they do 5 pull-ups every minute.
Yeah.
So they literally do 5 and rest.
Which sounds like, I could do that, but no. It's so fucking...
Actually, so the weird thing about pull-ups is it's like, Doing just a pull up is easy.
Mm-hmm.
So
No, it's not for me.
For me, it is like I
Yeah.
can go.
Yeah, but you have low.
Yeah, that's
low
true. I had
weight.
low
Yeah,
weight,
yeah,
but I just go any grip, whatever.
What is your weight, by the way? You're probably literally half my weight.
I don't know. I haven't.
What was the last time?
No, I'm like closer to 140, like
Yeah,
or 130.
You're
Probably
literally
130.
almost half my weight. I'm like 240. That's insane. I'm two of you.
Not really. I'm not 120. You're like you're little. You're close.
That's 20 pounds off of double your weight.
Two of me than one of me.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's only 20 pounds different.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're 240, 260, 20 pounds difference.
Well, there you go.
That's a ridiculous weight to be at. I should be at 190.
I wonder what I am now. Because I'm honestly, I haven't weighed myself in months. I weighed myself since I was back in California.
Yeah.
I could be. I mean, I can't be that much. I can't be that
What,
much more.
6 months ago? 5 months ago?
3 months,
3 months? Yeah. What were you when you weighed yourself?
like 130. I'm literally either gonna be
Yeah.
130 exactly.
I haven't weighed myself.
I'm probably gonna be 130 on the dot or like 135.
What do you want to be?
Like, obviously, want to gain
150?
weight.
Yeah.
I don't have a fucking target weight. What
Yeah,
the fuck
yeah.
is that? Like,
No,
because
that's
that is
true.
just so arbitrary. Literally, it doesn't matter. It's how you
yeah.
look.
Yeah, yeah.
Like if you look appealing and you like how you look,
Yeah.
go from there. Also,
what-
and it really isn't even that. It's not even that. It's more how you feel.
Yeah. Yeah. And how you look.
Yeah, you look a
And
little.
how
bit.
you look affects how you feel.
Yeah, that's
It
it.
doesn't affect how you feel
Yeah,
physically.
I hate.
but
I hate
mentally.
when people are literally fucking morbidly obese. Think, but I feel good. Just
no,
shut
you
up.
don't, bitch.
No, you don't. You
Like-
are.
I feel like a fucking walking blob being 40 pounds overweight. Like, if you were 150 pounds overweight, you do not feel good. You feel out of breath and exhausted and hyper insecure all the time. I don't care who you are. Like, that's just facts.
Yeah.
It sucks being overweight. Nobody likes it.
Yeah.
And that's why this whole acceptance movie, it's so...
No, but losing. Well, they say like gaining mass is like maybe physically harder, but they say losing weight is mentally harder.
Yes, I would agree with that. Yeah, I could agree.
Because like if you're like talking like for me to go up,
Yeah.
it's physically harder.
Yeah.
But for you to go down, it's mentally harder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's addiction. That's so.
I guess that also depends on where our endpoints are. But
Yeah. So we should set some long-term goals and short-term attainable goals.
I mean, I guess we can write down a weight, but really that is just so fucking.
No, I think weight is arbitrary because it's also like
I mean, maybe for your situation, honestly, like it's not that arbitrary because that really is how you track your fucking progress.
yeah.
But for me, it's like, yeah, I want
But
to
also,
get bigger,
if you lose 10 pounds of fat and gain 4 pounds of muscle, like
Yeah,
then then it's like it's really like the weight thing doesn't fucking matter.
yeah, the
It's
weight
about
thing
how
has
you
to be
look.
put with a look test as well.
With the what?
Look test isn't.
Oh
picture,
yes,
picture.
yeah. Because bro, if I was 240 and it was all muscle, I would just look jacked.
Yeah.
I would be insane. So there's a difference. But do you have any long-term or short-term goals other than just put on weight? A mileage goal or a lifting goal or
I'm thinking maybe a half marathon at some point.
bro?
Like actually,
Yeah,
I'm actually thinking maybe because
What is that?
dude, I did 4.
What's a marathon? 26 miles?
Yeah, marathon I believe is either 24 or 26. I think it's 26.
Yeah.
I think it's like 26.4 exactly. So it's 13.2 for the half.
Yeah.
Or
I could do it.
yeah.
I could do it. I mean, the most I've ever run, I think, was 13 miles. So I think I could do it.
Yeah,
That's
pretty
about a
much,
half
yeah.
run. But it was a really, really, really long day for me. It was a slow run. Yeah, I think that's a good goal.
Yeah.
In what time frame? 6 months? You know,
I think I could be ready in 3.
you could. Yeah. But you got to be doing a lot of running.
No, not dude. I ran. I mean, not really. If you tell me if I run like 6 miles every day, that's a lot of running. But
Yeah. But your potential energy levels go down with each extra.
they also
mile.
go up in a way.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
no, that's the thing. I agree with you.
Yeah.
Like my potential energy levels have gone down over these last like 3 days, but also my potential energy levels have gone up.
Yeah.
It's literally like I'm more sore, but I am more energetic.
No, but I meant in the run. Like,
Oh.
if you're running 30 miles, by the time you get to 18, it's harder to get to 19. By the time you get to 19, it's even harder to get to 20. You know, so it's like, Yeah, I think it's doable. You got to be doing a lot of running though.
I also want to put on mass. Like running isn't really my
Yeah.
main thing.
Yeah, it's probably not the best for trying to bulk up.
Yeah, I'm not trying to do it like all the fucking time.
I mean,
I
this
guess I
podcast,
kinda am. I low key kind of am actually.
Yeah.
I'd say sort of am trying to do a little bit of cardio like every day. But the thing is, I'm trying to get to just like a healthier fucking point.
Yeah.
Like right now, I just look super skinny.
Yeah.
If I get to the point where I feel like I'm like my ideal frame of body type, I'm like, I feel like I'm full.
Yeah.
Okay. Like I'm not like a crazy jacked, but I'm like my full frame. Like right now, I'm shorter than what my frame and height should be. Or like I don't have enough mass for my frame and height proportionally. At least that's how it feels to me a little bit. Maybe I see other people my height. I'm skinnier than those motherfuckers.
How tall are you? 5'9"?
I think I'm. Oh, fuck, I don't even really know. 5'7", 5'8".
Pretty much every fitness, bulking, lifting podcast I've listened to, they've all said just stay away from cardio. Do minimal cardio. And even for health, they said that even if you're just looking at health, they say lifting is just the best thing to do in general. But I enjoy cardio.
I don't know about that. I think cardio is so fucking
It's good for your heart, yeah.
There's no way someone could tell me that just lifting instead of just cardio is healthier for... Running is like the best thing you can fucking do for yourself, basically. It's like...
But isn't it about increasing, essentially, when it comes down to increasing your heart rate, right?
I guess I was talking about decreasing your heart rate, actually.
No, but I mean, in the workout. It's like and you can do that with a high intensity lifting, like especially kettlebell workouts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm talking out my ass, man. But I have listened to a lot of podcasts.
Yeah.
And they all prioritize.
Yeah, no. If you're really trying to put on weight,
if you're trying to put on weight, they say don't do cardio.
But like right now, it's just feeling good. And honestly, a lot of it right now for me is sort of about building the discipline and just fucking doing shit I don't want to do.
And the yes.
Like literally, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Like I don't really want to fucking get up at 8 tomorrow and go do what we're gonna do and go run. I am literally, but I look forward to doing it because I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to adopt a mindset that's just like trying to turn the negative into a positive, because before it's just like you dread it the whole time, and then the whole process stopped, like just top to bottom is not fun because you go in, you're just like, dude, you like working out is just fucking suffering, so you just suffer.
Yeah. Then
you get done and you're like, and then you're literally dreading it all the way until the next time. Or you can be like, let's fucking go. Yeah. Let's literally fucking rip myself.
I saw
and it's
this guy quoted something. He said, I don't know if he quoted it or you were just saying it. He said, I have never once in my life regretted waking up early. He's like, there's been plenty of times I've kicked myself in the ass for waking up super late. You always feel guilty for sleeping in. But he's like, there's never been a single time where I've regretted getting up early or working out. Like, it's just always a good thing when you go and do those things.
Yeah.
And then when you don't work out, you're just feeling guilty the whole time. Like when you're in a consistent, set of working out, and when you finally don't, you just fucking kick yourself in the pants. But I do think the whole cardio thing is more about mental toughness and the discipline of just doing it.
Yeah, like I'm just trying to fucking increase my lifespan. And the thing I guess I've kind of realized is like, dude, I'm older than I was when I ran, like for real last. I wasn't truly running since 17. When I was like 17 and a half, almost 18. That was the last time I was like in full, like playing soccer, like for a decade straight. That's when I was literally my peak shape. Like that was my peak shape. So now, I've had 4 years off, and I'm just fucking a little older. Like I'm a little more, and I've even been, like smoking weed or whatever. Yeah. Like I thought that would hit me harder, but I feel in like really good cardiovascular shape, and it's just like, fuck, dude, I have legs. I'm 20 years old. I'm gonna fucking run.
You're 21.
I'm 21. But you know what I mean? Like I'm saying I'm in my 20s. Like I am literally in the peak of my youth. Yeah. You're like, I am able-bodied. Let's move. Yeah. And that's really what the cardio is. It's not even like, I understand it's not good for bulking up, and that's really what I want to do aesthetically for myself.
But it's just good for
But in terms of just my human existence.
And your mental headspace.
Dude, it feels fucking good when I love it. I just listen to music, and I'm just like, my brain feels goddamn incredible. There's no noise. It's
so great for anxiety relief. Like, it just reduces the chatter.
One of the funniest parts of the podcast is of David Goggins and Joe Rogan's is when he goes, they're talking about a 10-mile run, and he goes, there is no evil that a 10-mile run could not defeat. And he's talking like mentally. Yeah. He's like, I don't give a fuck what you got in you. If you do that, your demons are gone.
But he also thinks listening to music or a podcast is cheating.
Well, that's also that's like Joe Rogan's thing, but he just doesn't listen to music.
Yeah. No, that's Goggins and Cam Hanes' thing.
Well, I don't know if he said it was. He never really specifically said it was cheating.
Mm-hmm.
He
pretty much did. They pulled up a video, and an ASAP Rocky song was playing. Big it up, big it up.
Oh
big it up,
yeah,
and he's like,
yeah, you're right.
He's like, what you do when that music cut out, son?
Oh yeah,
Ain't no music in the real world.
Yeah.
And so it's like, yeah, he just fucking raw dogs that shit.
Yeah, and I guess for me but he also has this thing where it's like everything is about like a little flutter in terms of like your motivation. It's not like it's all like a spark.
Yeah.
And eventually you try to make it a wildfire. Like you try to pick all these little things that motivate you.
Yeah.
Same way I see a song. It's just another thing that motivates me, another thing that gets me to push an extra mile. Like,
I don't agree with the no music thing.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
I think
That's why everyone does it.
Yeah.
Every single person is going to do it.
Yeah.
I get Goggins is
he's just a fucking unit.
He is so disciplined that giving himself even the slightest bit of pleasure goes, no, seriously.
Yeah.
That's where he's at. Like, he's so fucking disciplined that he actively
probably
choose, like, he's just like walking on a bed of nails and shit.
He doesn't allow himself to come during sex.
He literally goes like, have you finished yet? Okay, I'm like, when are we getting out of here? This is boring.
Yeah.
This is for you, not me.
You mentioned smoking weed. Another thing is that I fucking smoke cigarettes, dude. I actually am jonesing for one in a little bit, and that's another thing. I picked up cigarettes fucking a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago at this point. Who the fuck starts smoking cigarettes at 26? That's retarded.
Yeah.
And that's like more than my shitty sleep cycle, more than my bad eating, more than my lack of exercise. That's the fucking worst thing I'm doing right now. Is smoking cigarettes. And so if we are going to make this a thing.
You want to make that a part of it?
Yes. Yeah.
In return, are you asking I make smoking
No.
Because honestly, I think that's probably a good idea. No, seriously. Look at this card. I was thinking this might be my last.
Yeah.
I was thinking this might be the last one. Will has been harassing me about it, and obviously he's trying to get. He literally was like for like a week telling all my friends that, and they would go, "By the way, Will told me this," and it's like,
what, trying to get you off of it?
Yeah, and and I was like, "Weren't you supposed to tell me to just get off it?" And they're like, "Yeah, but Will told you know what I mean?" Because obviously Will's told me.
Yeah, that's good. I think.
But I think I probably should because I can't do it all the time. What's interesting is literally today I smoked before I ran, just a little bit, not like a ton, but because then you just kill yourself, but just a teeny bit. And like sometimes like I felt like it hasn't affected my discipline in the ways that it has before. Maybe it's because I'm just more familiar with the substance or whatever. But at the same time, if I'm kicking myself if I'm saying that I wouldn't be at my best if I was off this. Completely.
Oh yeah,
my best. But I can still do it with it.
When I was living in Seattle, I had this daily routine. There was a solid 2 years where I was an avid runner. I was running multiple days a week, and there's this Green Lake in Seattle. It's called Green Lake, and it's just a circle, a loop. Everybody just goes their job, but it's beautiful because there's this little mini lake. It's like a super giant pond, and it's just in a circle, and there's greenery everywhere. And I had a routine. I'd go to the coffee shop. I'd bring the coffee to my car. I would have a second cup where I'd pour a little bit of the coffee in it just to walk around with because I didn't want to waste the whole coffee and I didn't want to carry it around my run. Anyway, I would walk with a joint.
It's so fucking tactical.
It was. Okay. And I was on a date and I explained that to the girl and she's like, that's lunacy.
But I get it.
But so I would bring a little to go bit of my coffee with a joint. I would light the joint and drink my coffee, so I'd get a little jacked on the coffee and a little bit zoinked on the joint.
And I'll tell you what, caffeine and weed in the morning, there is... Ooh.
It's a combination
It
of
is
gods.
literally like really what put me over the point where I was like, oh, I'm into this shit.
Yeah. But that...
Because when you start in the morning, that's when you know you're like, ooh, fuck.
Yeah.
Ooh,
but
fuck.
that before a run, bro... Oh. It's like runner's high mixed with high on life and actual high.
So am I going to have some coffee tomorrow morning?
So
and maybe...
beautiful. No, but if you...
No,
I was not implying that you should quit smoking.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I do need to quit smoking. And it's about as tough as it was to quit smoking weed. But the smoking weed was weird, bro. I just up and quit one day. I tried quitting weed 20 different times. And I failed every time. And the last time... I just quit, and I didn't give a shit.
That's how it feels right now with me working out. I couldn't work out 3 days in a row like I could before, and now I'm just like,
yeah,
let's fucking go.
So what switched?
Literally,
and how do you hold on to that?
It's a mind. It's literally my mind. I think that's the thing I've realized is I have not been careful enough with what I put in around or is constantly running through my mind.
Yeah.
Like but the thing is, I've also given myself like the tools, I think, just like with how I grew up, where I'm really good at controlling it. Like I'm good at controlling, like emotionally, I feel like I'm good at kind of, if something as bad as happening, I'm good at, not like compartmentalizing, but piecing it out.
Yeah.
But it's like, that doesn't mean I was still putting good things in it. It just means I can control things. And a lot of times, I'd use that control perversely to dodge things. Whatever. But it's like, yeah, a lot of it's mindset. It's just like I've decided to look forward to suffering.
Yeah. Yeah.
For what it brings.
Yeah. I always love the Jocko quote, discipline equals freedom.
Yeah.
Like, and that mental freedom, especially.
Yes.
You know.
Because then you're not your own slave.
And that's the thing. I am such a slave to my own mind and to my own vices. I feel like the worst part of me most of the time is the one driving the ship. Yeah. And I need to fuck that guy off and say, look at me. I am the captain now. Yes. And that's what you got to do. And that takes a lot of effort and discipline and not giving in to your inner bitch, as Rogan says, which is fucking hard because you spend so much time giving into that bitch. Let's put together, I guess, summarize what we're planning on doing moving forward. I really, for me, if I want to get serious about this, I have to have a consistent schedule and like stick to it. Like no ifs, ands, or buts. Even if it's 1 day a week, but I would prefer to do more than that. But if you can commit to at least 3 days a week, and then we can do our own shit on the other 2 days. Yeah. Whatever you can do. But what do you think you could commit to week-wise? Because for me, it's like same day of the week, same time of the day.
Yeah, part of it's like the driving and shit. Like, it's obviously just the gas is so fucking expensive doing it over and over and over. Yeah. But at the same time, it's like, I mean, I'm down to do it. Yeah. I think once I start working at 5 again, we could do it at like 6. Yeah. So I know like every day after work.
You're not feeling the morning.
Well, yeah, that too. Actually, I guess we were talking about the mornings. I will say the mornings will be a bit of a bitch.
Mm-hmm. Is it just because of the sleep cycle?
Part of it, yeah. Like I just don't do well going to bed early. Like I have a hard time falling.
But that's discipline, bro.
Yeah, that's the fucking thing. I mean, that's the thing. I guess I don't know. I don't know where I want to start right now. Like obviously, is that the end goal? Yeah. Yeah. We're doing that tomorrow. Yeah. I'll see how I feel after. Like I don't really know exactly what I want to commit to just yet, but I know I want to probably work out like 3 days a week. Mm-hmm. Time and location can alternate. Like you could do it at fucking my house one day, or we could do it at your house one day. We could do it.
What if we did?
Because you have kettlebells, I have dumbbells. Yeah. I could bring dumbbells places.
Yeah.
I mean, same shit. No one's using those.
Bruh.
But me.
What I would do, this was when I first moved back, probably 2.5, 3 years ago. I would do a dumbbell workout in the park, and then I'd go for like a 7-mile run, which is like best combination. But it took like 2 hours. Mm-hmm. But man, you felt fucking so gangster afterwards.
It takes 2 fucking hours. Well, fuck it. Let's go. Yeah. Like, it took me like 2 hours today when I was all said and done.
I would drive the whole thing. Like, because I would drive 15 minutes to get to the park that I liked because it was empty. Like, it was in the middle of nowhere. And then the area that I'd like to run was about 6 minutes away from that park. So, yeah.
I know mine today took me like almost like 2 when it was all said and done.
But yeah, so do you have any other goals outside of that, like sleep routine, reading more, fucking quitting,
going to bed early, reading more, quitting smoking, eating more?
Yeah. And it's tough. That's funny, eating more. I didn't even catch it because it's such
literally I eat like 2 meals a day.
It's just as valid of an issue as eating less. Like we have opposite.
They make it just as hard to function in the end. Yeah. Like if you don't eat, you just don't have energy.
Yeah, and you're not getting the results that you want. Yeah. Same as if you eat too much.
It's like if you're not sleeping and eating right, the whole thing is just fucking brutal. Yeah. And I've never really done it great.
Yeah.
I've just done it slightly better.
Yeah.
That's a couple days, and I'm like, that's all I need.
You feel great.
Yeah, it's like I don't need fucking much else. Like once I work out, I just feel just great.
I was in the honeymoon phase of reading again about 2 weeks ago, and I was fucking going ham, like reading 4 hours a day, and I was like, this is the fucking greatest thing. And I've already seen a decline, but I am still reading way more than fucking. I'm reading infinitely more than I was before, because before I was reading 0.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I guess baby steps.
Yeah, it's all about getting the habits. Like I literally the Wi-Fi turned off the other day.
Yeah.
No options.
Yeah.
We have no service at our house. I couldn't even do fucking nothing.
Yeah, when I read, I put my phone in.
And the Wi-Fi went off because my stepmom turned it off. I was
why?
like, literally, because I was just playing video games, and I was like, I'm fucking 21.
Is that a?
I'm 21, dog. Like, what do you mean?
Do you think you should be playing video games less, or are you fine with it?
I'm fine with it where I'm at now.
Will's so fine with it.
I mean,
I just think, I mean, I'm not in that world, so I just think video games are the biggest fucking waste of time ever.
Well, they are a fucking waste of time.
But
so is a bunch of shit.
I get the enjoyment though.
No,
like
they're as big of a waste of time as like in some ways it's worse.
It's less of a waste of time than just watching TV, for sure. Because it's more stimulating, active, like mentally.
Yeah, socially too, because you get to do it with other people in the same way. Where it's like obviously you can all watch a movie, but it's more engaging to play games with people. I can like bond to people.
Yeah,
I guess there's people that I've been friends with for like 10 years plus.
And you never met them.
And there's no no, not like that. But like, there's no way those friendships would have been maintained without video games. No way. Yeah. Because like with Ethan, like he lived in 9 Mile Falls, which is an hour away. Mm-hmm. He's literally we've been like close as fuck since we were like 10ish.
Damn. Just
10
video games.
Yeah, and like, well, obviously we we had real life experiences.
Yeah.
Like we played in the same soccer teams. We grew up playing soccer together when we were like 5. We were like 6 or 7. We started going to academy, like this thing Eric and Will went to, and so we'd go to that. So like I knew him, but I wasn't friends with him until I was like 10. And we've been through some fucking shit. Our girlfriends were like mortal enemies. Like I told you about that. Like they were literally like mortal enemies. Like like the one. So Ethan couldn't hang out around Claire when Ashton wasn't around, and I couldn't hang out around Ashton when Claire wasn't around. So how do you think our friendship goes? We're always around our fucking girlfriends, so we just can't hang out then unless it's all 4 of us, and they hate each other, so it's not fun to hang out with all 4 of us. Yeah. So it's either we hang out alone, and then imagine if your girlfriend, right, is in California giving you that same role. Sorry, bitch.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So that, but that's like the crux of a lot of problems, right? Like things like that. But that's, but yeah, imagine that. And I still was like, fuck yeah, shit, dude. Yeah. No way, we're never gonna stop being friends. But it never would have got to that point in the first place if I didn't have video games. Like there were years where we literally would like barely hang out. We wouldn't be on the same soccer team for like 3 years in a row. And literally the only way we would connect is like through the summer a little bit, and then that.
Which is a new thing. That wasn't even an option 30 years ago.
Yeah,
you know,
it's crazy. Yeah. Or like, there's
you can be friends with
pretty much all my best friends. I played a shit ton of video games with. Everyone, Eric, Will, Josh, Ethan,
the first 2
Max.
are your brothers.
Well, that's
but you lived in different cities for a long time.
That is a huge reason why we're close.
Yeah.
Let's be very clear.
Oh yeah.
That is a huge part of it. Like video games, all 3 of us, like it's a big thing. Like whether it's a waste of time or not, it is what it is. Yeah. I'm not even saying it's not a waste of time. It's a huge fucking waste of time. I definitely should have played less video games in my life. But I'm just telling you, these are some of the actual positive cool effects. And I'm like, look at this. This is the good part. Yeah. This is why I do it, at least. You know, like some of the good takeaways anyways.
Especially, and even if you guys did live in the same city, you'd still be.
Because like, I never connected with Eric the same way that I did with Will. But video games gave us something. Yeah. And after that, like, I honestly,
and where does Eric
there was a period of time where I was probably closer with Eric than I was Will once Will moved out, because I was just around him a lot more, you know, and it was just weird. Like we finally kind of figured it out, because I feel like I always like love one another, but we didn't like have that same thing. Yeah. Like I was always super close with Will, and I think honestly me and Eric might have not been that close because I was super close with Will, and so he thought he like couldn't do the same thing, but I don't really know. I don't know. Yeah. Either way, I'm close as fuck with them. Love my brothers more than anything. Like they're like, oh my god, I don't know what I'd do if I lost either. I go crazy. You know, I talk to him almost every day. Yeah. Called Eric today already. Called Will today already. Like, I literally talk to him almost every day. Well, not Eric. Sometimes I don't talk to Eric.
You guys are the Jaeger Bee Gees.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know this, but the Bee Gees are all brothers.
Oh.
And now there's only one Bee Gee. I think there was 4, and then it went to 3, and then it went to 2, and then it went to 1. And the oldest one, surprisingly, is the one that's still alive. Anyway, let's wrap this up. we didn't really stay on topic the whole time, but I thought we did all right.
But if we did, you guys would probably get bored. So.
Yeah. We'll see. We're gonna try to do this every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Is that cool?
And it'll only be cool if we actually have fucking results.
Yeah.
There's no one was gonna watch it if I stay skinny and you stay where you're at.
You
No.
you stay fat.
No, but you're not like fat, dude. Listen, I'm not someone who for sure someone who will tell people what they fucking are. Okay, I'm not gonna like.
I've been told that for the weight I'm at, I carry it well, and I don't look the weight I'm at, but I feel the weight I'm at. 100%.
To me, it's as simple as the same it is for me. I don't look the best I can.
So we're gonna drink and smoke. And
No, but for real.
Yeah.
Work hard, play hard. Did I say?
Well, anyway, that was the pod. Yeah, I guess we'll see you guys in 2 weeks or whenever I get a chance to fucking edit all this shit. Bye.
Bye.